Hello, I don't know what's the main topic of this video, but I am currently working on like a mobile app, and it's my first time and I know nothing about it, and this is where your imposter syndrome kicks in, because you're like, I don't know anything about mobile development, but now I'm trying to develop an app, and the deadline of that will be May 28th, and that's like 2 weeks from now. I'm trying to like finish it in a whole week, so my plan is to make it next week. But I already did the front end part of it, but there has been a mistake, not really a mistake, but it's not that efficient, and then I found a way that, oh, this is how it works in like the mobile development world, because I'm so used to developing web applications, but now it's a mobile thing, so I don't know anything about it. But first, before that, I'll have to like teach my brother a little bit about his studies, so let's do that right now. Yeah, that was awkward, man. I don't know how to do transitions.
You are on your surfboard, thinking life is so good. I'm in London waiting for a phone call from you. You can see nothing else, only you and yourself.
What are you writing?
It's a dream. It ain't
Worse.
real.
See, what's
You don't care about how I feel.
Alright, so I think my job's done with his schoolwork, but he seems to be really enjoying it, so I'm just letting him be with the whiteboard, and he's drawing like a duck, and he's really enjoying it. As you can see, he's jumping around, and that's how he shows his enthusiasm about things. So I'll just let him do what he wants, and maybe I'll try to get on my work with the UI. That's actually how it is done, so let's do that. Hey, you wonderful people. So this was my progress so far. So this is just my virtual device. So this is a Google Pixel 3a. Yeah, and this is my application here. It says Whisper. It has like a lips that says hush or something like that. So let's take a look at that. And then we have our splash screen, and then we have our login. So let's just put in, we can also, like, if you have to forget your password, this is just the front end stuff, so there's no validation of anything. So send email, yeah, so you can also sign up, whatnot. You can also log in. Yeah, but I didn't do like the functionalities for these, so let's just do the login. So let's give it a name. So this is just the front end stuff. So here, if there's no values in the input fields, then we'll have an error message, and let's just put in the values now. So we could say like Sherlock, oops, and then and then a random password. So it's just a random password, and then hit login. And here we go, we have the tab page, so we have the chat page, and then the profile, so we can see the name, the profile. This is just a static profile, by the way, and then the email that we used a while ago. So here we have no contacts as of the moment, so let's try to find people here. So by email, right? So here, no user found, so there's an error. So the only person that's in here, by the way, is just John. So if I remember it correctly, yep, so we found that account, and so it's gonna pop up here, and then do we want to add him? No. So if you click it again, it's gonna ask us if we want to add him as a contact person, and if we say yes, so you are now connected. And if I search for him again, it's gonna say you are already connected with John Watson, so you don't need to search for him. So let's do that. Click on that, and then we have this message layout here. But the problem here is that this doesn't this entry doesn't resize, so we need to do that. And then here we have a send button, and then we have the static message. So this is the page that I would wanna do a little bit of revision, so I'm gonna do that right now. So we can also log out and go back to the home page.
Oh, alright guys, so update. I did some coding for like, let's say 4 hours, and I just realized that it was a waste of my time because I ended up deleting it and going back to my previous code instead, because it is efficient, but it was really confusing for me. Maybe I'm just dumb or whatever. But I just realized our professor actually gave us like a PDF, and I just came to terms that I'm gonna follow his PDF instead of trying to do all of this on my own, which is pretty crazy because I don't know if this is going to work for me, but this is how I'm going to do it right now. And I can't believe I just wasted 4 hours, but it's fine because that's programming for you. You waste like 2 to 3 days just searching for this one problem, and then that problem is just like very little mistake. For example, like it's just a misspelled variable and you just can't find it within the files, like something crazy like that. But it's gonna take you for like 2 to 3 days to figure it out, and it sucks, and it's fine because that's life. So I'm actually quite tired from the mobile development for like 4 hours of doing nothing. Not really nothing, because I did learn quite a bit, but yeah, I was like so done with it, right? So I'm gonna take a quick break. I don't know if it's gonna be quick, but I'm gonna study data structures and algorithms instead, because one of my classmates is very smart and very helpful. Like, you know, one of those guys in your classes where they're just like really good at everything. Like it takes them really fast to understand the concept. Like it took me 1 semester just to understand freaking linked list. Like it's so hard for me. Also like file handling, I didn't understand that when I was in first year when it was first introduced to me. I'm not saying it may be my professor's fault or whatever, but because of this classmate, I actually understood linked list and file handling, so kudos to him. And right now he's also helping out freshmen. He's looking out for his peers. You know, I really admire him. He's such an MVP, and he is the most valuable programmer, okay? And I really like how he's really helpful. Like he's not one of those douchey dudes who like those know-it-alls that they just like to hoard information and they don't want to share it to their friends because I don't know, that makes them feel better. But this guy just really wants to help out everyone, and I really like that, man. Like, so he gave us like a practice problem. It's just really crazy because, you know, when life just throws random stones at you and you don't know what to do, like everything is just very overwhelming. And me as a college student, I really like those bare minimum college students, because I know a lot of people who are in college who barely sleep at night and who's like whose bloodstreams right now are just filled with coffee or whatever. I don't know science, I don't know biology, bro. I don't know if bloodstreams or their blood is practically coffee right now, and I'm not one of those people because again, I'm one of those bare minimum people. But I enjoy it. I enjoy being chill compared to other people. But that doesn't mean to say that I'm just chill and I don't do anything at all. Although I wish I was. You know, life is just exist, and it makes you stressed, and I don't have time and effort to like be sad about it or to have a mental breakdown or whatever. That's completely okay, that's completely healthy if you do, but for me, it doesn't really work well for me. Like, it doesn't work well for me. So I discovered coping mechanisms, you know, and when I was a freshman, I discovered the best coping mechanism a student could ever have. So others is just like drinking alcohol or, I don't know, exercising. That's really impressive. But for me, my coping mechanism is studying. And I don't know, it might seem crazy to you, or it sounds really, it's very embarrassing for me to admit that because it feels superficial, and I don't know, it sounds so condescending, and it sounds so ironic for me to say because it doesn't look like I'm the person who does study. I mean, and I was in high school, I barely did any studying. It was only in college where I would actually bother study because yeah, I'm in college and this costs tons of money. I can't fail. I just fell in love with learning, and that's really cringy to say because, like, bro, what are you talking about? But and I hate how the education system is literally so broken that it rewires the student's brain into hating school, and students like treat learning as like a chore, and I don't like that. When I was like really younger, I'd love to like read encyclopedias and stuff like that. It sounds super superficial, and I don't like that. And it sucks because, you know, learning is great and I love learning, and it's really cringy to say, but studying is my coping mechanism. And maybe people hate studying because they're so used to traditional learning wherein they just go into class, listen to their professor, whatever they have to say, and then like highlight notes, memorize some things. And with computer science, and when I went to college, everything just changed. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't just me highlighting and all. It was actually me trying to create something. And I think that's why I fell in love with learning more when I went to college, because instead of trying to feed me with knowledge, it's like they're trying to extract knowledge from my brain, you know, if it makes sense. They encourage us to create something of our own, and I think that's really beautiful because it allows us to think for ourselves, you know. I really just like to say that learning is not about accepting knowledge and feeding knowledge to your brain. It's about extracting knowledge out of your brain and creating something of your own. Amen. Hey yo, so for today I didn't do anything mobile development related because I was so stressed with all the errors yesterday. I still haven't figured it out. Like, I'm not gonna say I wasted like a week in my life because I did some progress, but I still haven't finished it, and I gave myself a week, and I was like, a week is way too long for that entire project given that a tutorial is given to us, but apparently I'm wrong. But I did finished our admin and driver side of our screen definition for another project, which is like a VR booking system. And oh, I look cute. So I was just thinking, if I finish the mobile development in this one video, it's gonna be way too long because I'm nowhere near done. So maybe I'll just conclude the video right here. So I'm still not done, but at least I did some progress, and I did had some progress with our other project. And even if I didn't finish with my own mini deadline, it's fine. Even if things doesn't go your way, it's fine. That's just life, you know. Bye.